The Stoics had a word for the thing that blocks your power. It's called pathe, and you probably experience it every day without realizing it. It's the knot in your stomach before you speak up, the hesitation before you ask for what you're owed, the quiet voice that says, not yet, not you, not now. You've been told that's anxiety, self-doubt, maybe your energy being off. Here's the harder truth, and the whole video is about this. Your power isn't blocked by the world. You gave it away. At the level of judgment, on autopilot, before you ever noticed. Every time you handed your piece to something you couldn't control, your fire went a little colder. By the end of this, you'll know the exact mechanism and the morning practice that takes it back. Stay with me because the how is where this gets useful. Your solar plexus, the seat of your personal power, doesn't get blocked by the universe. It gets blocked by where you place your attention. Every time you hand your piece to something you can't control, what someone thinks of you, whether you get chosen, whether the outcome lands the way you need it to, you starve the part of you that's meant to act. You become a spectator to your own life, waiting for permission that's never coming. The Stoics had a name for the line between what's yours and what isn't, the dichotomy of control. Almost everything you feel in your gut as blockage is what happens when you live on the wrong side of it. So here's the plan. First, I'll show you what this power center actually is, then the precise Stoic mechanism that switches it off, and most people have never heard it. Then 3 virtues that switch it back on, and a 10-minute morning practice to lock it in. This isn't about feeling better. It's about getting your power back. Let's diagnose it. Section 1. The solar plexus, explained. In the chakra system, the solar plexus is Manipura, Sanskrit for lustrous gem. It sits above the navel, below the heart, in the soft center just beneath your ribs. Put your hand there right now. That's the ground we're standing on. Its element is fire, and fire is the perfect symbol, because fire only does 2 things. It transforms, or it consumes. Directed, it cooks your food and lights your way. Undirected, it burns the house down. Your personal power works exactly the same. Manipura governs 4 things, and you already know them by their absence. Will, the capacity to choose and follow through. Confidence, the felt sense that you're allowed to take up space. Self-esteem, your private verdict on your own worth. Identity, knowing who you are when no one is watching. When this center is strong, you don't announce it. You move, you decide, you recover from setbacks without spiraling. You say no without rehearsing it for 3 days. When it's blocked, you feel it as that gut-level clench. Procrastination dressed up as patience. People-pleasing dressed up as kindness. Fear dressed up as being realistic. The fire is still there. You've just stopped feeding it your own choices and started feeding it everyone else's expectations. Here's where the Stoics get surgical. They wouldn't call that a chakra problem. They'd call it a governance problem. Which brings us to the diagnosis. Section 2. The Stoic Diagnosis. The hijacked hegemonikon. I told you, you gave your power away at the level of judgment. Here's exactly how that happens. The mechanism nobody names. The Stoics believed you have a ruling faculty inside you. They called it the hegemonikon, the commanding part of the mind. It's the sea of judgment, the inner governor that decides what every event means before you ever react to it. And this is the part nobody told you. Events don't reach you raw. A late reply, a closed door, a critical comment, none of those touch you directly. They pass through the hegemonikon first, where you assign them a verdict. This is a disaster. This means I'm not enough. This proves they were right about me. The event was neutral. The verdict was yours. And the clench in your solar plexus? That's the body obeying the judgment the mind made on autopilot, in a fraction of a second, without consent. That's the giveaway. A blocked solar plexus, in Stoic terms, is a hijacked hegemonikon, a ruling faculty that has handed its authority to externals. You let the comment, the outcome, the other person become the governor. So of course your power feels gone. You didn't lose it in a dramatic moment. You leaked it, one unexamined judgment at a time. Marcus Aurelius, a man who ran an empire while grieving, at war, and physically ill, wrote the line that cuts straight to it. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius Meditations. Read it again, slowly. He isn't saying outside events don't matter. He's saying your power was never located there. It lives in the one room you actually own, your own mind. Every minute you spend trying to control the rooms you don't own is a minute your fire goes cold. The diagnosis is finished. The blockage isn't mystical. It's a misplaced sense of where your authority lives. Now we treat it. Section 3. The 3 virtues that heal the solar plexus. The Stoics didn't fix the mind with affirmations. They rebuilt it with virtue. Trained habits of right action. 3 of them rebuild this center directly. Each one refeeds the fire. Courage, facing the fear instead of obeying it. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to act while the fear is present. A blocked solar plexus is almost always a fear you've reorganized your whole life around avoiding. Chakra connection. Fire only grows when you give it something to burn. Avoidance is wet wood. Courageous action is dry kindling. Every time you do the thing you've been flinching from, Manipura strengthens. Practice. Each morning name one thing you've been avoiding out of fear. A message, a conversation, a decision. Do only that one before noon. Not the whole mountain, the first stone. Justice. Taking right action toward others and yourself. Justice in Stoicism means acting in accordance with what's right, not what's easy. And the most overlooked form is justice toward yourself. Refusing to abandon your own needs to keep everyone else comfortable. Chakra connection. Every time you betray yourself to be liked, you tell your hegemonikon that other people outrank you. The fire dims to match the message. Right action, including honoring your own boundaries, restores your inner authority. Practice. Once today, say the true thing instead of the smooth thing. A clean no, an honest opinion, a boundary stated plainly. Notice the gut release that follows. Temperance. Self-mastery over impulse. Temperance is the power to govern yourself when no one is enforcing it. The Stoics saw it as the spine of a free person. You are not ruled by craving, reactivity, or the pull of the moment. Chakra connection. Manipura is will. And will is built the way a muscle is, by choosing the harder right thing in small, repeated reps. Discipline isn't punishment. It's how you prove to yourself that you're in command. Practice. Choose one small discipline and keep it without negotiation for one day. Cold water on the face at dawn. No phone for the first hour. One task finished before you rest. Keep the word you gave yourself. That kept word is the fire. Section 4. The morning power practice. Marcus Aurelius wrote meditations mostly at dawn, notes to himself before the empire could reach him. The morning was where he set his governor before the day tried to hijack it. Build yours the same way. 5 steps, 10 minutes. Step 1. The hard start. Before you reach for your phone, sit up and do the thing Marcus did. Remind yourself what you were made for. I rise to do the work of a human being. You're not getting up to be comfortable. You're getting up to act. Step 2. Set the dichotomy. Place your hand on your solar plexus. Name one thing in the day ahead you can control. Your effort, your honesty, your response. Then name one thing you can't. An outcome, a reaction, a result. Say out loud, I'll govern the first. I release the second. This is the practice that drains the blockage at its source. Step 3. Premeditatio. Briefly picture one thing that could go wrong today. A delay, a difficult person, a rejection. See yourself meeting it with composure instead of collapse. You're not being negative. You're inoculating the fire so a small spark can't put it out. Step 4. The one stone. Choose the single courageous action from Section 3. Commit to doing it before noon. Say it aloud, so it's no longer optional. Step 5. Breathe the fire. 3 slow breaths into the belly. Hands still on Manipura. On each exhale, imagine the center warming. Steady, controlled, yours. Then stand up and begin. That's it. No incense required, no hour-long ritual. The Stoics built power in the cracks of an ordinary morning. So can you. So here's the truth you came for. Your solar plexus was never blocked by the world. It was blocked by where you kept setting your attention. On the rooms you don't own. The verdicts you can't control. The permission that was never going to come. The fire didn't go out. You just stopped feeding it your own choices. Marcus governed an empire from the same small room you have access to right now. The one between your ears, where every event becomes a meaning, and every meaning becomes a life. That room is yours. It always was. Take it back this morning. One stone, one true word, one kept promise. Then watch how fast the fire remembers what it's for. If this gave you something worth carrying, subscribe, and stay close. We're rebuilding the power the modern world trained you to give away.